aren't you talking in your streams? How dare you? Hello, my name is Phil Layers. I'm a cyberpunk themed VTuber, and I've been streaming on Twitch for 2 years now. And I talk a lot. And I mean a lot. And I see that a lot of smaller streamers don't really talk that often, or just don't talk as much. Now, let me tell you something real quick. You're gonna be an entertainer when you do streaming. And the whole point about being an entertainer is talking a lot. But I don't have anything to talk about. Oh, no one's on my stream. I do not care. When you're doing gameplay, when you're doing just chatting, when you're baking, when you're cooking, when you're doing whatever you want to do, you're gonna have to talk to the people around you, you know? And if you're not someone who's very good at talking to yourself, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to help you talk to yourself. These are general things that I do, so hopefully they'll help you as well. Now, the first thing I do is I take notes throughout the week of whatever I find interesting to talk about. So if I see a new hot topic, something new with like gaming, something new with art, maybe some new tips and tricks, I just talk about it throughout my stream. There's also hot topics that sometimes pop up if you're comfortable with talking about hot topics. Like, oh my god, did you see what this VTuber did? Oh my god, did you see what this YouTuber did? You can add that and talk about it because sometimes people like the drama. Whenever you're playing a game, you can talk about what's going on in the game, how you do certain things in the game, maybe the lore about the game so you can catch people up, especially if you're doing something that's series related. If you're doing anything that causes physical work, so like baking, crafting, art sessions, whatever, you can probably make it into tutorials. So like, this is how I crafted this Minecraft block, or this is how I drew these hands, or like, this is how I made soup. Just explaining what you're doing can help with the conversation, and as it flows through yourself, more people will come in, talk to you, then you can hop on and off of your chat's conversation to make it more interesting and interactive. I also suggest just talking constantly and filling up your whole VOD with just you speaking as much as possible, because it just keeps everyone entertained, and whoever pops in, they'll see you talking, they'll hop into your conversation. If you want, I suggest checking out your VODs and looking back at them, seeing what you can improve on, seeing if you need to add any jokes to any conversations, seeing if any conversations can be better developed, seeing if you can continue with anything that chat said to a different type of stream, because sometimes people will come back in and be like, hey, remember we talked about blah, blah, blah? Then you can talk about it and continue it on throughout streams. Sometimes you can make inside jokes throughout it, you know? Try and speak clearly and keep close to your mic so everyone can hear you fine. Just finding general topics that you're interested in can help a lot with figuring out what you want to talk about as a content creator and as a streamer. But in general, take notes throughout the week, see what you want to talk about, find hot topics if you're interested in that, find out what you can talk about throughout your hobbies. So like, talk about a little tutorial, talk about the lore, talk about how you got into things. Maybe talk about hobbies that you did throughout the week, like, oh my god, I just baked a cake, or oh my god, I hanged out with family today. We did this amazing thing. Sometimes wacky things can happen to you, and you can just talk about it on stream. And don't be that type of person that's like, oh, my life is boring, I don't do anything. Then damn, do something. Fuck, oh, you're a streamer. Like, you can have to be entertainer. You better entertain yourself, you better start getting a life, baby. Start talking.